Before we start, quick shout out to Ducky, or BadAimOG. He's the one who hooked me up with this weapon, so thank you very much for that. Do let me know if you want it back, because I've put all the best upgrades on this now. Alright, let's get started. G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Suppressor's Explosive +1 Perception Hunting Rifle. It is a legendary hunting rifle of the 3-star variety, as you can tell by the little diamonds there. And yeah, legendary hunting rifles are sort of a rare find in this game today, because originally these things didn't drop. Bethesda actually had to patch these into the loot pool, and so here they are. This one was not dropped for me, this one was dropped for a friend, and basically the story was he got it one after the patch was dropped. So yeah, an exceedingly good find, and he's brought it before me today to show you off for a video. If you'd like this back, then let me know. Anyway, so right now we've got 175 damage with the hardened receiver, which is the most damaging receiver, I guess, except for the prime receiver. I haven't unlocked a prime receiver for this character yet, unfortunately, but 175 is a good little way to start off. Let's go ahead and upgrade that with some perks. Obviously, this is going to become under Rifleman because it is a bolt-action rifle, so we'll chuck on Expert, Master, and Basic Rifleman. And since this is an explosive weapon, it'll be benefited under the Demolitions Expert perk. And to boost our damage a little bit, we're going to chuck on some bloody mess, and don't forget about adrenaline. Yeah, don't forget about that. That's going to be useful for getting a little bit more damage as we get more kills. Probably not the most effective with this weapon since its rate of fire is low, but hopefully we can string kills together fairly decently so we can actually boost the damage of this. So that's our build right there. We're going for a stealth rifleman type build on this one. Okay, so the attachments for this weapon are pretty straightforward. They're basically the standard, so you've got all a bunch of these receivers. You can chuck on 50 cal receivers, but as you can tell, that reduces our damage from the hardened receiver. Despite this firing the much bigger 50 cal bullets, it does less damage than the 308s out of the hardened receiver, which seems a little bit backwards, but whatever. Anyways, so yep, that's the best damage. We can get a little bit faster rate of fire out of I think it's the tuned receiver or maybe the snappy receiver, but I'm going to prioritize damage, aligned long barrel and aligned stock. Usually I'd like to go true with these, but that'll increase the weight ever so slightly, so to keep this thing a little bit lighter, that's okay there. With the aligned, we will miss out on a little bit of hip fire because I usually chuck true on, but never mind. So we're just going to use a perforating magazine, which according to a commenter ignores 40% of armor, which is actually really good. Medium scope is what I go with for these sniper type weapons because I want to be a little bit far back and using sneak attack criticals from a distance, and a suppressor to help us out with our sneak attack crits. And there's a paint here, but I didn't get the camo paint. I probably should have got the camo paint, eh? It puts super duper in ammo smith and luck and agility, and then you can craft ammo, you can get more ammo per component. So we're using 308s in here, which require a bit of gunpowder, a bit of lead, a bit of steel, not too much of it. 21 rounds is a lot of mileage out of just one crafting run from this, so yeah, you can get yourself a lot of ammo very quickly. It's a little bit of a problem if you're using a light machine gun because they do use 308 rounds. The hunting rifle makes significantly better use out of the rounds in terms of damage per bullet ratio, so yeah, if you're using this one for a hunting rifle, that's fine. If you're using this thing for a light machine gun, you're going to want to keep crafting these until you've got no resources left, pretty much. Okay, so here we are outside of Crevasse Dam, just beyond our little spawn location in our camp. So it looks like we've drawn butchers for this, which is a nice start. If we can't one-shot butchers, then we're in trouble, but luckily we can even at this range. So usually I'd run straight in here, but I might not be able to get away with such a thing with a hunting rifle because this thing fires so damn slow. And we are detected already, so we might have to fall back just to increase our damage output a little bit with a little bit of sneak attack criticals. Also, there's a bloke over there. No problem taking him out. Now at this point we've gathered, I think it's plus 30% damage because we get plus 10% from every kill with adrenaline. So we might be able to get away with not using sneak attack criticals, but still I'm going to use our stealth to our benefit here. Kill that guy. That was only a skirmisher, he was bound to die anyways. And despite being right next to us, we can kill that guy. Now only having the perforating magazine means we have 5 rounds in the magazine, which is a little bit bad. It's not great. And also the rate of fire is slow, so reloads are going to be pretty frequent, which is going to slow down our DPS quite a lot. But if we can sit back and attack from a distance, we won't have to really worry about that, which means it's not going to be great in crowd control situations, which isn't the best. You kind of want weapons to be versatile, but we all know that a hunting rifle is just a big and slow weapon. It's more about doing the most damage you can per shot, with less of an emphasis on rate of fire, obviously. So, let's go ahead and do some stupid crowd control shit. Okay, it's time to take on the Ghoulies. Let's see how we do. I don't expect to go very well here, but it is nighttime, so we might get a little bit of stealth. Oh, there's Hannah already. Looking good this time of year. Alright, we can one-shot a Wendigo. That's some good stuff. Cryptids are weak, but at least we can one-shot the Wendigo. That's pretty good. So that's some damage. Some of these ghouls are T-posing for dominance. Haven't been spotted just yet, which is actually pretty good. And whilst I reload this, I'll put my headphones on properly, and then we can move forward. That ghoul there hasn't spawned, but so far haven't been detected, so hunting rifle, despite it being explosive and very unsubtle, is being a pretty good stealth weapon right now. Let's see if we can't kill him just with splash damage alone. It's going to be hard to shoot those pigeonholes. I think the splash damage is going to be a little bit... it's going to ignore that because the hitboxes. But anyways, we'll go ahead and come back. Oh, we're electrically grounded. Well, good thing I'm not using an energy weapon. And right now, instead of targeting these guys with my own aiming ability, it's much easier to hit these guys with move. Holy shit. That is the person who is playing way too loud music. Stop that. Okay, I'm glad he ran away, because now I can get rid of these ghouls, hopefully without him coming back. So he would have spawned in probably to farm the ghouls. I'm going to tell him to turn off his music. That's atrocious. And unfortunately, that kind of distracted me from the ghouls at hand, but if we go back into caution, thanks to a little bit of that, we might be okay. I think we just killed two there with splash damage. Probably not. Almost killed ourselves there with splash damage. In fact, we will. So, it's been kind of sloppy with the hunting rifle. And here we go for a reload again. We're in caution though, so that's okay. Managing to get through it pretty easily. I've got a mutation I need to cure after this. And some diseases. But there's a little trick when it comes to diseases. And yep, I think we're clear. There might be a couple more out here. But it hasn't been a terrible performance by an explosive hunting rifle here. I think it would have been a lot easier. I mean, it would have been a lot harder with a non-legendary hunting rifle. So it's significantly more effective, but you've spawned a little bit late. Oh, they've all respawned then. This is where it really comes into its own advantage here. When you're out of combat, out of sight, and the enemies are sort of waiting for you to shoot them like that. I think that might have been that dude who was playing the song Spawn. That was... I don't know what that was, but I hope I never have to encounter that person again. Anyways... Oh, there's another Hannah. I think that makes us clear now. Making good use out of stealth here, making sure we're keeping ourselves out of trouble for the most part. Still more ghouls around. We can nail these guys with a little bit of hip fire thanks to the aligned parts, which is good. And, okay, every time I think I'm calling it, there seems to be more ghouls showing up, so it's a very staggered spawn here. I think I got 2 spawns instead of 1. And, yep, you can kill yourself that easily. I've been power leveling my other character a lot, and she has a lot of mutations, so I probably would have gotten away with that if I had the marsupial perk, but regardless, we can continue like nothing happened. And didn't quite kill that ghoul with the splash damage alone, but I got him on that shot there. Okay, I think now we're done. So, not great in crowd control situations, didn't expect it to be, but yeah. I'm gonna go track down that dude who was super loud, see if we can't get some PvP action. There he is. I'm gonna hit him. Let's see if he can't find me. Got him! Boy, mate, turn your fucking music down. Ah, sweet silence. There you go. You can kill an explosive shotgun guy if you get the drop and the crit on him. I'm glad that guy's gone. That was easily the worst enemy I've ever faced in the Appalachian Wasteland. So this is what I was going to do before engaging that guy, is I was going to drink from the sulfur water fountain, and I call this the Fountain of Youth because if you've got a disease, you drink some of that water, the disease is gone. You don't need a disease cure or anything, you just drink that. And the location is just outside the place where you mostly get ghoul aids. So yeah, I think that guy quit. I'm really glad he did. Okay, upon reviewing the footage of that PvP kill, I think he quit before he died, so I didn't collect his caps that he owed me. What a little bitch. Anyways, let's kill Swan. You gonna get up and scream? Show me your face. Wow, he screams without even moving his mouth. Now it's open. What a weird lad. Alright, almost dead. Okay. Say what you want about the DPS of this, but 4 308s to kill Swan like that. That's not bad. That's pretty good. You can do pretty good with this sometimes. Okay, let's see how we do without the cover of darkness against the Crabby dudes. So we can one-shot a glowing one if we hit him on the shell and not on the shell, so that's alright. I didn't actually expect that. Decent damage from the hunting rifle there. We'll keep going. That's another easy glow one to kill. The kings are a little bit more tanky, so we should probably just absorb or increase our damage through adrenaline a little bit more before engaging them. I think we're out of basic crab dudes, so onto the froggy dudes. Yep, that seems okay. There's going to be a nuke down there somewhere. Yeah, okay, there's the king. Get a cheeky headshot on him, and didn't quite get him. There's a nuke in the background too. Looks alright, I suppose. Alright, we'll throw a grenade in just to get the queen's attention. Pop a quick reload whilst we can. There she goes. Pretty on the mark with that plasma grenade there. Didn't actually expect it to do much damage. There we go. Interestingly, I get like some damage and a little bit extra damage. I think that might just be the armor penetration going on there, but there you have it. Does pretty good, even without the cover of darkness to help you out there. Although I've got a very, very dedicated sneak build. It looks strange. Yep, so I guess I ought to go down there and kill the queen. Okay, looks like I'm a little late to the party, but regardless, we'll get started. And most of this will just be probably assisting. Maybe I'll kill a couple of Scorch dudes, but I don't think an explosive hunting rifle has a place against Yoloya against the queen, so I could be doing a lot better with other weapons, but for what it's worth, at least I'm one-shotting Scorched Conquerors. We'll just use bats a little bit. Also, this thing's getting a little bit on the broken side. That's a little bit of a shame. When she lands, we'll get some easier shots on her, but might as well take some cheap, easy fire shots. You know what? That's actually not doing that bad damage. There's a little bit of a mark on the hit bar, the hit point bar that it's making, so you really can't complain. The trouble is, the rate of fire of this isn't great, so you're going to suffer greatly from that. So what I should probably prioritize is killing other level dudes, just the smaller ones, so I can boost my adrenaline speed or adrenaline damage, and see if I can't execute a little bit of good marksmanship. Although it's kind of hard with the scope this size. Maybe it's a little bit overkill having a medium scope here. And she's broken. I'll be right back. The good thing about hunting rifles is they're actually kind of easy to repair. Bit of steel, that was close. Bit of adhesive, and you're not gonna have a lot of problems. So yeah, I think we've missed out on most of the fight here. Not really contributing to this kill whatsoever, but you know, at least we're doing something. I'm gonna be surprised if the game actually allows us to loot the queen, because we haven't done a whole lot of damage on her. I guess it's the amount of damage you do in general, not like the ratio of a health bar that you do. Although that'd be a good way to deter low-level players or people with impotent weapons coming down here and trying to loot off the queen's kill anyway, which, yeah. Honestly, I don't feel like I deserve all that much from this, but still, it's easy to get the kill when there's a whole bunch of people running around with weapons that are much more suited to this. So, yeah, leave this weapon at home if you want to take on the Scorched Beast Queen. Well, I got the kill for it at least. Let's see what we have looted from that. A couple of ultrasat things, a prime receiver from a 44 Magnum, and a Ghoul Slayer's robot right leg. Something else is going to come in with the Crest Award, and it's a combat left arm thingy, and it's weightless with 1 charisma. Yep, I'm just going to sell those. Okay, so we know it's no good against a Scorch Beast Queen, but can you get a Scorch Beast kill on it? Now, I've never actually killed a Scorch Beast before with a hunting rifle. I highly recommend getting something else to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't do it. So we'll go for a regular stealth boy because the other ones don't really work, and we'll get started. Oh, he's level 82. It's finally given me a level 80 drop. We've got a crit ready to go, and we've contracted the blight. But those criticals are alright. We can probably just do this exclusively in bats if we're lucky. We've got a reload to get through that'll drain some AP, but still. There we go, there's another one. Crit ready to go, and wow. That was pretty quick for a hunting rifle. Definitely making really, really good use out of what 308s we have. Damn. So, impressed. Stealth builds, you can actually do pretty well with this against a mighty Scorch Beast who is level 80. You'll get the blight though. You can probably kill it faster with, you know, like any other automatic weapon equipped with suppressor with the right perks, but still, can't really complain. So I think you get the point of this weapon. Whilst it's not totally great in every situation, it's certainly not endgame material, you can still do pretty well. Keep in mind, this is a hunting rifle. You get these from level 1, and yes, it is level 50. It's only a little bit more damage, honestly, that you can get from a level 50 compared to a level 1. So yeah, this is a totally trash tier weapon that has been lifted significantly high. So good on the hunting rifle of the explosive suppressors plus 1 perception variety of doing that. If you'd like to see this gun in your game, I'd suggest hitting up Market76 subreddit and maybe seeing if a friend has this to borrow from you. But I think I'm going to leave things off there. Thank you for watching, guys.